Welcome to Lair, the Alchemist, where we discuss all things heavy metal and hard rock. On today's episode, 5 important influential songs to the development of heavy metal. These are songs that would have elements to them that would be very influential and defining to the sound of heavy metal. I'm going to have a podcast that I'll link down below where I will be playing each one of these songs and talking a little bit more about them, so check that out if you want. All right, my first selection is from 1969, the first Led Zeppelin album, the song Communication Breakdown. This song is important for this down-picking, chugging sound on the low string on the guitar. This sort of tight, muted picking thing, driving the song forward. This is something that before this I can't really think of anybody that was doing anything like that. That was part of my process here with picking these songs is I wanted to pick songs that I kind of felt like nobody had done anything like this before. And with Communication Breakdown, I really think this is a first. That sound that he got on that main riff, the technique, and it would be something that would become an absolute trademark to heavy metal. Black Sabbath would do it in their song Paranoid, and just millions of bands to follow would do that sound. Speaking of Black Sabbath, the first Black Sabbath album and the song Black Sabbath, 1970. For me, this brings to heavy metal the ominous, creepy, foreboding, dark, evil lurking around the corner, intense vibe to the music, to heavy metal. The rain and the church bell, that main riff with its devil's tritone, or for you music theorists out there, the augmented fourth, diminished fifth. That would be something. Before this, I can't think of anybody that quite captured this mood as well as this song does. This sort of scary horror movie vibe, and even the ending of the song with that galloping triplet 12/8, some more music theory for you, rhythm there. Not that nobody did that before, but the way they did this here and just the whole mood of it all, this would become something that would become very important to heavy metal, setting this kind of intense, dark, scary mood. All right, we're jumping ahead to 1978 and Stained Class from Judas Priest and the song Exciter. This has this fast tempo, tight rhythm. It's almost speed metal, an early precursor to speed metal and to thrash metal. The drumming is very aggressive. It's a very fast, hard driving song with very tight picking. Not that other people didn't have fast songs. Black Sabbath had like Symptom of the Universe, and there were other bands that had kind of fast songs, but not quite to this level of tightness and precision and metallic focus, at least in my opinion. So Exciter makes my list here for influential to heavy metal for that speed and the tightness and the guitar sound, the interplay between the guitars there on that fast riff. All right, also from 1978, the first Van Halen album, and you could go with this whole record, but I'll say Eruption. Eruption changed the way people thought of the guitar and played the guitar. And with Eddie's use of finger tapping, his sound, his elevated level of technique, his speed, the dive bomb, whammy bar stuff, and the noises and the effects and everything, these would all become things that are essential to heavy metal. Every heavy metal band needs to have a great lead guitar player. And Eruption is the guitar solo that launched, a million fingers flying. And it just changed the game for everybody. As like Hendrix was a game changer in the late 60s, Eddie Van Halen would be a game changer, and this would become very influential on the guitar style. He would be very influential on the guitar styles inside heavy metal. All right, my last pick is the title track from Motorhead's Overkill album. This is kind of like Exciter. It does that fast thing, but for me, this is a little different. It's more aggressive, feels more aggressive to me. The double bass drumming, this for me would sort of set the template for thrash metal and even a little bit of kind of death metal vibe to it. Lemmy's vocals are very rough, which would become something of a signature of a lot of thrash metal bands. But just the overall aggression of the song and the speed and sort of pushing it like over the top, pushing it to the max thing, this would be a heavy metal trademark where from here out everybody would keep trying to get faster and more aggressive and more, intense and dirtier and angrier and everything, and you would see that really branch off into the world of extreme metal and Venom not too long after this album came out. All right, there you go. Those are my 5 picks for 5 highly influential songs on the development of heavy metal. They all have elements to them that will become signatures of the heavy metal sound. If you take that chugging open string thing from Communication Breakdown and the ominous, intense vibe of the song Black Sabbath, along with the double bass drumming of Overkill and Eddie Van Halen's Technique, and Exciters, speed metal thing, speed picking, and you were to mix that all together, these are all important elements to the sound of heavy metal. I'm sure I'm missing a lot, so put down in the comments down below songs that you think were highly influential on the sound of heavy metal. I didn't really get into vocalists. Maybe I'll do that as like another topic. I could have put Ian Gillan's screams in Child in Time. I sort of kept it more to the instrumental side, although I did mention Lemmy, his vocals. But all right, let me know some of your song thoughts, picks in the comments down below. Check out the podcast, and until we see you again, make sure you stay heavy, stay metal.